Of Tommy Nation Politics. Y'all doing all right? I hope so. I'm just here to announce that it's Monday and we're gonna have Tommy Nation Tuesday. Uh, that means we're gonna have free thinking, innovative, totally open minded conversations and figure out solutions, guys. I figured out some ways to do that this Tuesday. Join us always 8ish, 8:30 Central Standard Time for this live stream, and then I'm going to be also talking that Tuesday on TNT Radio, live news talk. So check it out at 2 p.m. We're going to talk about the issues of the day, guys. We're going to talk about the things that affect the lives of the American people. It's for you, the people. And for you, the people, guys, if y'all want to follow Tommy Nation Politics, follow us at Twitter and Discord at Tommy Nation Poll. Don't forget to like videos, subscribe, share the videos. Share the good news, guys. The good news is the Constitution is still with us, with the people promoting the general welfare, securing the blessings of liberty, right? But we're kind of playing games, not doing our jobs of protecting life, liberty, and happiness. And guys, that's pretty much all I'm seeing in the news lately. Now, I don't want to here's some. I'm going to talk about some voices from some past historical events because it's good to learn from the past to try to fix the problems of the future, guys. We try to progress. Um, these two parties don't progress, guys. They do a lot of other things, though. Let's hear what a voice said. I'm stalling because my computer's freezing. But let's see. Who's this? Who's this?
In this crooked game of power politics here in America, the Negro, namely the race problem, integration, civil rights issue, are all nothing but tools used by the whites who call themselves liberals against another group of whites who call themselves conservatives, either to get into power or to retain power. Among whites here in America, the political teams are no longer divided into Democrats and Republicans. The whites who are now struggling for control of the American political throne are divided into liberal and conservative camps. The white liberals from both parties cross party lines to work together toward the same goal. And white conservatives from both parties do likewise. The white liberal differs from the white conservative only in one way. The liberal is more deceitful, more hypocritical than the conservative. Both want power, but the white liberal is the one who has perfected the art of posing as the Negro's friend and benefactor. And by winning the friendship and support of the Negro, the white liberal is able to use the Negro as a pawn or a weapon in this political football game that is constantly raging between the white liberals and the white conservatives. The American Negro is nothing but a political football, and the white liberals control this ball through tricks or tokenism, false promises of integration
and civil rights.
In this game of deceiving and using the American Negro, the white liberals have complete cooperation of the Negro civil rights leader, who sell our people out for a few crumbs of token recognition, token gains, token progress.
Token gains, token progress, token change. Not real change, guys, but fake change. There's as this whole farce of an illusion of political parties drones on to where these guys are just not. They're literally trying to usurp the reins of government. It's funny to see how much they just don't care about trying to even convince you guys that they give a shit about you or me. Like literally 48 hours, they bailed out the banks, Wall Street, and the military industrial complex. Then they do this whole thing with the military industrial complex. The fifth, guys, aid package. Every week, Ukraine is getting something, bro. Hillary said that nobody was getting a pony. Ukraine, bro, fifth package there, 2 COVID relief bills, tripling the deficit, income inequality, and that's the Gilded Age, guys. But they're still going to give you some propaganda. They're going to try to. It's Mother's Day, right? What a better way to celebrate Mother's Day than to have a mother go to Ukraine. Oh, her bruised son. I don't know what is this political theater, guys? I can't tell. Check this out.
Welcome back. First Lady Jill Biden celebrating Mother's Day in Ukraine today, meeting with the country's First Lady, Olena Zelenska, who has not appeared in public since the Russian invasion began back in February. This is an unprecedented visit by a First Lady to a combat zone, and she is the latest prominent figure from the Biden administration to visit the area. Joining me now from Slovakia, where the First Lady's trip initially began, is NBC's Mike Memoli once again. Mike, good to see you once again. Just kind of talk to me about this visit, the significance, of course, of it all, and really how secret it was kept until the very moment we knew it was happening.
Yeah, Yasmin, I've been involved in covering now 3 different presidential administrations. And as a reporter, I'm always fascinated with how these things get planned, what goes into keeping it a secret and then executing on it. And as one of the only 8 reporters who actually traveled with the First Lady today into Ukraine, we only learned about it just.
Oh my God! Did you see it was so super secret? We didn't even know that she was going. And then Mother's Day happened. And all of a sudden there's a mother in Ukraine. Oh my God. Did y'all like that? What does it mean, guys? Why is she there? Why are we there? I don't get it, guys. But it's Mother's Day and the mother's in Ukraine. It was super secret. Did you know she was going? She just did it. She just thought of it. Oh my God. That's great, guys. So why do we give a shit that she went to Ukraine? Well, check this out, guys. So we have the voices from the Donbass. Basically, there's a independent Donbass Republic under fire from the Ukraine and the U.S. and NATO. And NATO has been key in this whole Russia-Ukraine ordeal, right? They're the reason that Putin says that he feels like he has to jump up on a nigga. And then, everyone's like, no, he wants to reunite the Soviet Union. Well, NATO was literally. I want to show you this, guys, because I don't want you to think I'm making things up. NATO was literally created to stomp out communists or anybody that really didn't do business with the United States. Mossadegh in 1953, the CIA. This whole thing has been basically set up to where we hold all the cards, we have all the keys, and NATO's a secret club, guys. There's no communists. They're a communist hating group, and they take all of the resources like the Mossadegh's oil, the interests, and they funnel it to our country. They colonize the world. And guess what? We're pretty much NATO. I'm pretty sure, guys. I always look at these things where Germany's sending stuff, France is sending stuff. We're paying $800 million and artillery rounds, guys. We're literally the biggest donor of all of these guys. We give corporate welfare up the ass, bro. And foreign aid. Not Medicare for all. Not a Green New Deal. And all of this matters because why? Well, I don't know, guys. I'm asking a serious. Oh yeah, she's very good. She's talking to the officials. She's very official. What mom? So in reality, guys, Putin's fighting a war. Not we're literally on the side of the minority of people that are supporting Ukraine. NATO's already told us to stop making trouble, and they're telling us what to do. They don't have respect for us anymore. So that's apparent, guys. But I want you guys to understand, really, though. Here's the whole story. Check it out.
NATO, formation of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the Cold War, April 1949. In April 1949, NATO, which stands for the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, was formed by several Western powers. This would be a collective military alliance which would stop Soviet aggression and prevent a repeat of nationalist militarism in Europe. By joining together, if one nation was attacked, the others would defend it militarily, under one command. Lord Hastings Lionel Ismay, NATO's first Secretary General, said NATO was created to keep the Soviet Union out, the Americans in, and the Germans down. NATO was formed for a number of reasons in 1949. So far, the United States had initiated the Marshall Plan, which would help fund the rebuilding of Western Europe and encourage greater cooperation between Europe and the United States. The ongoing Berlin blockade from 1948 particularly stressed an urgency to do so. The Soviet Union had cut off access to Berlin, so supplies had to be airlifted in by the United States, Britain, and France. The Soviet Union had expanded its influence across Eastern Europe, installing communist governments in their countries, forming the Eastern Bloc. China, too, was close to a communist victory. A Soviet-sponsored coup in Czechoslovakia also resulted in a full communist takeover in February 1948. The North Atlantic Treaty would be signed on April 4, 1949 in Washington, D.C. 12 countries signed it and became its members. They were the United States,
So, guys, did you hear that? It was from a professor, and he said that basically we created NATO to hate on communists and to fuck up communists. Now, how does that make? I don't understand how that's in any way values. Like, this is an economic thing to me. I don't know why she's there on Mother's Day. I don't know why we're giving more aid to Ukraine. That's my biggest concern. If y'all can help me out with that. But also, we've got some news on Poland. This is from Voltaire.net. Poland's poised to intervene military in Ukraine. While a recent poll shows that 56.8% of Poles favorable to the deployment of Polish peacekeeping troops in Ukraine under the command of NATO, the UN, and the EU. Between our countries, Poland and Ukraine, there will be no more borders. The borders will not be existent. This is from... I just want to make sure I get this right. I haven't spoken weed. Poles in favorable of deployment of Polish peacekeeping troops, guys, from the president Andrzej Duda. And he's the Polish president. He says there's no more borders, guys. Joe Biden says there's no more borders, but there are peacekeeping troops. Okay? That'll make you feel peaceful, right? It's funny, guys, because it really does mirror like that dystopian future Hunger Games, where like they're literally doing acts and shit like this, where she goes because she's a mom and it's Mother's Day. Like, how did that make you feel? Oh, it was Mother's Day. Who knew she would plan to go to Iraq or Ukraine? Ukraine needs a mother. Ukraine needs a mother right now. Ukraine needs us, our boots on the ground right now. They need our embrace, don't they? I mean, the propaganda is so deep, guys. I have to hand it to it. Isn't it like Hunger Games? It really is. But on the other hand, we've got other countries with other oligarchs that we didn't freeze their assets to that have other interests in our government because our politicians are bought by campaign finance contributions. These guys say there's no more borders, guys. It's weird right now because it's almost like these guys are literally making every conservative nightmare about liberalism actually happen. It's weird. And then vice versa on the domestic side with the Republicans and the Roe v. Wade. I really just think this is a big distraction to keep you guys voting for the Democrats and Republicans during the midterms. I'm really going to ask on the radio station. I'm going to ask people, when it all comes down to it, I mean, yeah, they're robbing us. Yeah, they won't let us have health care. Yeah, they don't give a shit about us. Yeah, we're slaves. We're pretty much just like batteries for the ultra rich to feed off our labor. But can we stop it, or are we going to keep doing this? And if not, how do we stop it? Because it's just bad theater, guys. Pan Am today, Pan Am tomorrow, Pan Am forever. That's what Joe Biden did. And it doesn't really erase the truth that NATO was pretty much there. Russia doesn't feel comfortable with NATO expanding. And then they keep leaving the door open for Ukraine to expand. It seems like the only logical thing is Putin's going to feel threatened and want to, claim more territory, so we can have more of a, leverage, so we can have more power, right? Because he's a politician and KGB. Sounds very methodical. On the other hand, we are what? Trying to protect some bougie. What's in Ukraine that we're trying to protect, guys? Think about that. These are all interesting questions that only lead back to the fact that come these midterms, guys, you're going to vote for these Democrats, Republicans. And that's when you know it's going to be worse. Can't wait to see what happens next if you keep doing that. But so far, whatever's in Ukraine, bro, it's worth billions and millions and billions of dollars every week in artillery rounds and shells and Hunter Biden's energy board seats. It's fucking weird, guys. Check it out. All you gotta do is stop it. Stop voting for them. It's my final message. If you're thinking innovative, open-minded, by the way. Time Nation Politics Tuesday. Catch me there.